I did see a report about Trey Lance in this trade rumor to Atlanta. And the moment I heard about a Trey Lance trade or the Falcons had reached out, I said, bullshit. BS. I call BS on that. It makes zero sense to me for the Falcons to trade for Trey Lance. Okay? Here's why. One, I feel like if there was any time where they were going to make a move like that, it would have been during or before the draft. All right. So right now, what I get the feeling is they are going all in on building towards Desmond Ritter being the starting quarterback. And they are completely fine with Ritter being the starting quarterback. And they are good with living with the results, whether good or bad, with Desmond Ritter being the starting quarterback. Why would they be so okay with that? Because they might not have many expectations. They want to see how does he play. But if they strike gold and he looks great, let's say he plays like Dak Prescott played his rookie year. Now, he doesn't have the team around him that Dak did, but he does got some monster receivers. All right. But let's say, and nice running back, and got Bijan Robinson, and they're kind of building something there a little bit. But let's say he goes out and he plays great. Cool. We struck lightning in the bottle, and we got a quarterback. We got Ritter, and let's play next year with him as well. Great. But if he sucks, they got multiple options. All right. One, he sucks. Okay. Now we see why he was a third round pick. Yeah, he has some talent, but his eye just not quite there. All right. Well, now we potentially have a top 5 pick. And there's a guy by the name of Caleb Williams. He's amazing. He's one of the best prospects I've seen in recent years at the quarterback position. He's amazing. He's amazing. So you got Caleb Williams. You got Drake May out of UNC. All right. He's a big, athletic quarterback out of North Carolina. He's good. So, okay, if Ritter sucks, well, I'm in the market for one of those two guys. Or maybe even for a Kirk Cousins. That might be a free agent. And I think Kirk Cousins would be good on that type of team. So why would I trade for Trey Lance, who's going to cost me more money than Desmond Ritter? I'm eventually going to have to pick up his 5th-year option and pay him a ton of money on that, or have to make a decision on that. And if the team is bad, I lose out on potentially getting Caleb Williams or Drake May. So why would I trade for Trey Lance? And it just did not make sense to me. It didn't make sense. Matter of fact, at this point right now, Trey Lance makes sense for little to no teams. It just doesn't make sense. Because if I'm good because I have a starting quarterback in place that I really like. I would say the only team that potentially makes sense is Washington Commanders. And even then it doesn't, because again, hey, we'll go in there with Sam Howell, and if he sucks, I can go get Caleb Williams. That's who everybody's looking at right now. That's who they're looking at right now. They got their eyes set on Caleb Williams. So whatever quarterback I have, if he's trash, I'm fine with that. Because Caleb Williams is coming to town with his painted fingernails. Or Drake May. I'm interested to see how that whole thing plays out, because you got Drake May, who's like a 6'5", 240-pound athletic quarterback. And then you got Caleb Williams, who's like a goddamn clone of Patrick Mahomes. And there are people that, first of all, hold on. He's a clone of Patrick Mahomes, the prospect. I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes NFL, okay? When I typically when I give a comparison, it's guys as a prospect, not as what they are at the NFL level. Unless I'm trying to paint a picture for y'all to see, like, oh, okay, well, look, see how this potentially can be this guy's trajectory. All right, but it's like Mahomes as a prospect, who I really like. I would even go as far as to say that there might be people that think as a prospect, there might be a lot of people actually. I mean, shit, they thought Trubisky was a better prospect than Mahomes. That Caleb Williams is a better prospect coming out than Patrick Mahomes. But they play very similarly. I really like his game. And so there are a bunch of teams that are kind of like, how do we have to be good this year? And one of them is Atlanta. So when I heard the Atlanta Falcon rumor, I said that's complete BS because it makes zero sense. It makes zero sense when you have the opportunity to see what Desmond Ritter is. Does he play well? If he doesn't, we are in the running for Caleb Williams and Drake May. If he does, cool. Let's continue to kind of build around him. Got a young running back, and we got this big receiver in Drake London, and then you got Kyle Pitts. And can we get Kyle Pitts going to be that guy he was as a rookie? But it just doesn't make sense for Trey Lance to be traded there. And for most teams at this time, at this moment, it does not make a whole lot of sense.